Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Uncanny X-Men, War of the Realms Uncanny X-Men. This is not the actual Uncanny X-Men book, but whatever. In fact, this should probably be read before you saw the issue of Uncanny X-Men where Rain Sinclair dies, because she's alive in this one. She's kicking some booty, and she actually goes head to head with Sabretooth. Yeah, he's actually in the book, and yeah, he's got some war dogs and stuff like that. It's kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool. I don't like the idea of seeing Sabretooth as a bad guy again. But if Sabretooth had to be a bad guy, this is how I'd want to see him written. So we're good. We're good. All right. So, excuse me, we got War of Realms Uncanny X-Men Part 2 of 3, written by Matthew Rosenberg, drawn by Perry Perez, colored by Rachel Rosenberg, letters by VC's Travis Lanham. David Yardin is the cover artist, and variant cover artist, there we go, after all the editors. Scott Williams and Sonny Rowe do the variant cover, and special thanks to Will Moss and Sarah Brunstad for what? I don't know, but hey, there's your thanks. Okay, so we get the X-Men have, here's the one problem I have with this. They've started a supply line, which is interesting because if you read the War of Realms Champions tie-in, no, they're the ones who did the supply line. So I think it's almost like they're getting the supply line from the Champions and they're going the black market. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the mutant supply line. Yeah, mother fathead. I mean, it'd be cool if they would explain that, oh no, the Morlocks are in the sewers and they're, supplying us with stuff. We got a really cool underground railroad kind of thing going. We're helping people get out of the city. That, I think, would have been totally freaking awesome. Instead, we just get some awesome battles. We get Cyclops playing sniper with his one eye, looking through a telescope and going, boop. Now, is that the way that those concussion blasts are actually supposed to work? Hell to the mother effing no, but I still enjoyed it. That was actually kind of cool. I dugs it. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, put a ruby quartz? It would be cool if they actually showed it. I put a ruby quartz lens at the end so I can look through it and everything. And then once it's time to actually shoot, I just, push the button on that and that lifts up and boom! That would have made a little bit more sense. But no, instead, we get this. Sabretooth and Rain get into a fight. Wolfsbane get into a fight with each other. And it goes about exactly as I would expect it to go. And that made me very, very happy. All the mutants are fighting against the Dark Elves and whatever other threat shows up. The end of this, when you see Sabretooth's motivation, that pleased me. Because this is Sabretooth using his head, not just some savage beast where he's like, the way that it ended, what was it, X-Men Blue? Whatever book that was that it ended. Oh no, that was the end of the Weapon X series. Once that ended, it ended with him running away, like that, I don't want to see freaking Psychopath, Psychopath is fine, but I don't want to see stupid, brainless, freaking savage-minded Sabretooth run. No, I want to see like the Ed Brisson Sabretooth. This was like an evil version of the Ed Brisson Sabretooth, so I'm okay with it. Especially if we find out later on that his mind has been messed with. Now, bunch of people mention it. I'm going to mention it myself. It's sad that the Uncanny X-Men book is ending. I know a whole lot of people were really excited for Hickman coming along and jumping on the X-Men book, but let's be realistic, man. They could have saved that for when Matthew Rosenberg is like, I don't feel like writing the X-Men anymore. Which, you give that until about issue 101 or 102, something like that, maybe 105. Because, I'm just saying, like, the guy was doing a really great job. In my opinion, he's just doing a badass bang-up job. It's not that I don't want to see Hickman come along and reboot everything, but I'd rather Rosenberg be finished. And I just don't, unless Rosenberg tells me otherwise, I would like, and I don't want to hear it like friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying? I would want to hear Matthew Rosenberg tell me, oh no, Professor, it's cool. I was actually planning on ending it exactly when I ended it. But until I hear that, I just don't believe that's the case. So I'm sad. I'm not just sad for him. I'm not just sad that his story doesn't get to be told. I'm sad that I don't get to read that story. So if they were to throw 6 more of these War of the Realm tie-ins with the X-Men in it, if they were to throw in a Damnation story, Professor, that story ended last year. But I would still read it today. Because if Rosenberg is writing it, I am loving what he's doing on the X-Men. I don't really know where else to go with that. I'm very sad that he's going to be leaving on the book. and it doesn't feel like it's of his own volition, you know? Anyway, guys, here's to Hickman. I'm sure it's going to be good. I have zero doubt in my mind that it's going to be good, but there was still so much story here to be told. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.